here.
I don't think that he's
Sir?
running at you. That's not right. Don't worry, I got him. I got him. Die. Fucking bitch. I think he was one of the infected ones. This is what happened. This is what Kyle did to me. He did the same exact thing. Just started charging at me. Are you alright? He didn't get you or anything, right?
No, I'm fine. No. Nothing's going to get me. My life doesn't belong to myself. I have to survive for a lot of others. What are you doing?
I have a scientist on the island, and we're trying to figure out what this is, how this became. So I need DNA samples,
And so you need the entire face of a dead man.
No, I just cut it off the cheek. Just cut the cheek. The cheek has a lot of fat and tissues in it.
Good. So does the thighs. Or the midsection, if you got a beer belly. Very thick face. Just facing the dead. I'm sorry, but I can't fully approve of that. I find it...
Oh, my friend here just beat him with the axe. I don't...
Oh, well, don't put me into this. I just saved her. That thing was charging at her. It was gonna, like...
That man attacked me. You took the skin of the cheek of a dead man. Most of the time we'll bury the dead, but honestly I don't want to take time this night to bury a man who just tried to kill me. I hope you understand. But this is the first time I've ever seen somebody cut off a cheek. But honestly, I've seen weirder things. The end of the civilized society makes things very rocky for people's thought process.
So, that camp that you were talking about earlier, are there others? Or is it just you?
It is run by a lieutenant of the Russian armed forces. And I heard that there's about always 3 people at her side. Always looking over the camp. She has the food there and tents to sleep in for the night. She trains people how to shoot guns, I've heard.
Well, it's good news to hear that there's others still out there that are alive.
Oh, don't worry, there's a lot of them.
So, I haven't seen much, but off of your word, it sounds like there's enough that we can maybe clear the infection.
Clear the infection.
Yep.
What does that mean? What does clear the infection?
Means anybody
protocol?
that means that anybody that is crazy enough to charge people for no reason should be put down, and we should be able to take back the land. One
so
place
kill.
at a
So everybody stands shoulder by shoulder, and we just make a huge ass sweep across the country and kill everything that's infected.
time. Yup. And help anybody that needs the help, giving aid and ammo to anybody that needs.
Interesting idea. Honestly, I don't know if that would work. You got to understand, these infected are making more as they kill, and we can cure as we burn their bodies.
This town seems a little too quiet.
But wouldn't you like to be able to sleep without having one eye open?
I'm always going to sleep with one eye open. After some of the horrors that you see stuck in a place like this,
I think there's
you'll
another
never
one up
sleep
ahead.
the same.
He's over in the field to our right.
No, leave him be. Honestly, it's not worth the energy. Are you gentlemen thirsty at all? There's a pump here.
Oh, I'd love some water. Is that a soda? Is that unopened? Oh my god. There's a Pepsi here. Greg? I had the honors of having the beer. You can have the Pepsi.
No, man, you could have that.
You
I'm
have a
fine
very
with
good
water.
friend.
Thank you.
I met one girl who would only drink soda because she was afraid that all the water was contaminated.
I'd rather die from
She's not
water
dehydrated at all.
She just continually moves looking for more canned soda.
I have another flare that I can light up.
That would be a good idea.
That must be a pain in the butt looking for soda constantly.
Yeah, here we go. How's this thing work? Oh, there we go.
But honestly, if she is the only one who stays immune to the disease because she drinks soda, I'm going to be congratulating her.
But you would
Be very
be
impressive.
immune if you drink water and you don't get infected by it.
Well, she's the only one who doesn't get infected because she's not drinking water, I should say.
How did all this, like, I'm still confused. I'm sorry, my memory's still faintly coming back to me, but how did all this shit go down? It's, like, it's confusing as hell. People wanting to attack and kill other people. It's like, why, what is happening?
Hey,
It started out as just a normal flu bug. A little bit of a fever and stuffing nose. Something very basic. And then it shifts very quickly, very fast. Killing those that are younger than... I'm going to pull this out real quick. Anybody who is younger than about 15 pass away from just the severity of the disease.
That's just terrible. So is it just around this area, or has it spread everywhere else?
Then we'll have to continue the story. So, the disease started. Then a shift happened. It took cities' entire night to just be burned down by the infected. Over and watch out to your left. Run!
Oh, Jesus, fuck. Where the hell did he just come from? Who is this, AJ? No, this is a role-playing server. You can't just kill them. You good? You got him? Alright, you got him.
You bastard.
Did you really cowered inside the supermarket?
You did.
Scared the shit out of him. You go wipe up, you know?
Freaking go change your drawers, why don't you?
Yeah, I had to go change room.
Anyway. The disease started here. It was known and still known as Igorian fever. Then they started putting a quarantine. Russia put up boundaries all across the northern border to ensure no one could get out of the quarantine zone. They even stopped the United Nations from pulling pulling people out of the area. Yeah, right.
Oh, there's a water bottle sitting here, sorry.
Okay, we just stopped. I was wondering what was on your mind. And anyway, so they kept the quarantine, they kept the radio silent, they kept everybody in order. And then everything fell apart. the Russians started to go a little rogue. Power got to their heads and they started taking what they wanted from locals. Taking what they want from survivors. Hurting whoever they wanted. They even threw an innocent 16-year-old girl off a building. And that was the final straw for my people. People then retaliate. It rose up against the Russians and ended up killing most of them, forcing them to retreat for the winter, or at least go into hiding. After blaming the CDF and local officials for not giving them color television and enough food and water to survive and extracting them from the quarantine zone, even the CDF left. Very few military stay because most survivors decided that most military are shit. So I'm sorry if you're going to get a lot of shit for being military. Which I'm surprised this lieutenant is still keeping the camp open.
My hands are frozen.
But the radio towers are up and working. And radio messages are sparse, and I don't know if radio messages are getting out, but hey, it's working. Every once in a while you'll hear something from even China. It's weird.
I heard something the other day, but it was in a language I couldn't understand. And this walkie is pretty much almost dead on batteries.
Well, maybe in time. You can find somebody who knows all the languages. You can get somebody to translate any messages that are coming in. I'm sorry that you don't have much of your memories, because if you did, you'd be able to know if you had family that you need to be worried about out there.
Yeah. I wish I could remember if I did.
But honestly, it might be better. If you knew that you had family out there, you may be worried sick. You die of sad heart, like some people. But if you believe that you're alone in the world, then all you have is yourself. Your life doesn't belong to anyone else.
Seems a little lonesome, doesn't it?
No. Just like how my life doesn't belong to myself. It belongs to the other people. When honestly, I don't like that. If something happened to me, I put a lot of other people at risk. Honestly, if I knew that I only had to worry about myself, I don't know if I would worry as much. Walk around the woods going around on more of the protective side.
So where is it that we're heading to now?
Okay. We're headed up to this next town, and then just beyond that we're going to be heading to the airfield.
The airfield? Yeah.
No, this is the town before the airfield. So once we hit the airfield, just on the hill above it.